I saw your YouTube video earlier, but did you think I wouldn't catch that immediately?
Yeah, shouted you out in that one.
I like that. I'm still not going to give you a shout out back, but hey, Shant.
Yeah.
What's 21 divided by 7?
So I'm not good at math, but I'm just going to assume it's 3.
2, 1. It's the Shant and Ari podcast, you guys. Episode number 12. Shant, how you feeling tonight, big guy?
Feel good, man. Number 12. So for the ones that have been sticking through, we appreciate you because we're going to make it to 100, and then we'll reassess. So as long as, are we going to 100 at least?
Asfalt üzerine park durasızo araç asfalt. We're gonna get to 1,000 episodes, hopefully season 2 within a couple months. Shant, bro, I'm stressed the fuck out, bro.
I know. So today, we want to do something a little different. I kind of just want, this is going to be a little bit of a different podcast. So it's going to be more about, I just want Ari to vent, because Ari, he called me last night. Today's a Monday. He called me Sunday night. Ari never calls me on like a Sunday night. And you were just a little just frazzled, if that's a good word.
I'm literally losing hair as we speak thinking about this, man. It's just so overwhelming, dude.
I just want to just get into it and just like be your therapist right now. Like, what's going on, man?
So, like before, you never, listen, nobody ever, you shouldn't listen to me when I say this. Everybody that starts a business, obviously you hope for like massive success. But when you start, you don't really think that you're going to get to this degree of like, okay, oh shit, I wish I did this a little bit earlier, planned out my taxes a little bit smarter, incorporated in a way, protected myself from liability. I wish I didn't say that 2 years ago on video. Like, so right now I'm in the middle of restructuring my legal status.
Wait. So sorry to cut you off. So you're saying you've been at this for 2 years, 3, I don't know how long you've been in the car business, and no LLC, no protection, taxes, implications, getting sued.
I've been having sex without a condom for like 4 years. Within the realm of business, I think is the best way to.
That's a great analogy. So you've been having sex without a condom for about how many years now?
Within the realm of business, 4 years.
And the funny thing is, like, it's 4 years every day for 4 years.
Like Magic Johnson type shit. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar type shit.
Yeah, that was Will Chamberlain. That's
Will Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, because for me, like when I got into real estate, and I'll let you keep going. When I got into real estate, the first thing I kept hearing, because I was watching a lot of videos, make sure you get your tax stuff, your LLC, this, that. So I did that right away. So I got my PLLC. I'm an S Corp. I hired an accountant to really like just do everything for me. From day one.
I didn't know what any of this shit meant until last week. S Corp, fucking PLLC. Oh man. So bro, that's awesome. Actually, Shant, real quick, because last night you were telling me about this new venture that you're on. I was intrigued to hear about it, because now it's not only your success you got to worry about your success in conjunction with a partner. You got a partnership now.
Yeah. So I got a partner. We're going into business together, still doing real estate sales. Obviously, that's my main business. This is kind of a side hustle for now, right? We're doing we're going to be doing real estate investing, me and my partner. And we figured, since we're both busy, we both have full-time gigs, what better way to partner up and kind of split the role and responsibility between each other. So yes, I partnered up with someone. We're getting all that stuff situated, like the LLCs, the contracts, so we don't sue each other, we don't get pissed. But it's kind of it's weird, man, because like this whole time I've been riding solo, and it's like now I have to ask permission to pee. I'm like, hey man, can I? Uh, is it okay if I do this? It's weird, man. It's weird, but no, I was just joking. Like we're two grown men. We just it's a really good partnership. But yeah, it's a little different for me.
Do you so I'm lucky in that I don't have a partnership with my father. I'm not partners. I'm a direct employee of Ani. Obviously, the responsibilities and stuff like that, it's all sort of, I'm the general manager of Ani. So I don't actually have to get permission, but God forbid I fuck up, you're getting it that day.
Yeah.
From an angry middle-aged Middle Eastern guy. So I guess it's cool in that I have a little bit of leeway for mistakes, and ultimately there is no lawsuit. So like we're good, but like the lawsuit, it's not what I'm worried about. It's the ass kicking I'm worried about.
Yeah. Your dad's not going to sue you.
Yeah. With you, the major stressor is so that you and your partner don't develop any sort of like a problem with each other, or any sort of like, what is the worst case scenario in this type of a situation, Shant?
So I hear a lot. So I listen to a lot of actually real estate podcasts, investing podcasts, YouTube stuff. I read a lot of books, and they always say, be careful of partnerships. Partnerships are great, but they could turn ugly, right? If you don't have the right, if you're just not on the same page, and you don't like, if you're both doing the same thing, it's going to be a dirty partnership. It's going to be like, what's the point, right? So you got to, like, we kind of teamed up because it's like he's good at certain things that I'm not, and I'm good at certain things that he's not, and we're kind of putting it together so it works out, right? And legally, we have to put everything on paper because we never want to get to a point. Right now, it doesn't matter. We're doing a flip right now as we speak. We just closed on it on Friday. We already got a new roof up already by today. He just sent me pictures. So like right now, it's like one deal. It's not a big deal. But as we grow it, if we're not on the same page and we don't have our roles written out, contracts, like stipulations, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, like what are we doing? If we buy a property and hold it, we have to have, like, we can't sell it in 2 years no matter what the other partner says. Like we have to have all that stuff, and we've been working on that in these contracts. Because let's say we buy property as a rental, right? And then in 6 months, I'm like, you know what, man, let's sell. I need to sell. And he's like, no, I don't want to sell.
Ooh.
So we're putting in stipulations where, like, every property we hold for at least 2 years, if anyone wants to get out before then, you lose all the equity, like you're out. Like it's just, we're doing like an ironclad thing where I'm sure we're going to miss some stuff, but we're both an understanding, and we're both fair people. Well, we'll come to, so that's like the worst case could be like that. We have 5 properties. He wants to sell it all because he's like, I'm done with this shit. And I'm like, dude, we can't sell. We don't have equity. Like we're going to lose money, and that's where it could get really messy, but we're trying to avoid that, man, because that will not be fun.
No, man, not at all. Well, no, I only hope for the best in that sort of situation. That's the part of the business. That's the business that I don't want to involve myself in. Not so much because I fear the other partner. I fear that I'd be bringing somebody else along for the learning lesson or the mistake or any of that. Like I don't want to cause any sort of strife with anybody. I think that to some degree, I think if it's a partnership in that there is no major responsibility or control taking place, as in I'm servicing you and you're paying me, that's sort of a partnership. that's perfectly fine. But if we're both sort of doing the work and we're expecting equal return, and one person decides to be a douchebag, you just don't want there to be any sort of complication there is my concern. Like, because I'm obviously, not to show off here, but I'm obviously like going to be the harder worker of any partnership that exists ever between me and somebody. I think that's just directly in my control.
Yeah. Well, that's why the beauty of this is like, we're not doing the same thing, right? We're not sitting there. And every week we kind of talk and we're like, all right, here, what's my homework for the next week? What's his homework? It's two definitely different things. So it's like, we're not doing the same thing and seeing who's going to work harder, and then someone's slacking and it's going to feel jealousy. It's like, okay, you do these things that I'm not good at. I'm doing these things that you're not good at.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just like, but the ultimate thing is we both have the same goal and the same like principles. So it's like, when we've been coming up with a lot of tough decisions recently with buying this property and stuff, but we're both kind of on the same page because we both have the same ideology, and it's super simple to make business decisions. And yeah.
So did you guys have to consult with a lawyer when you guys were getting all this stuff done, or did you already have existing knowledge that positive is going to make me feel even dumber in a couple seconds when you give me the answer? Did you have to find out, or did you already know it, or did you do some Googling to figure out exactly how to legitimize exactly what you're doing?
Well, no, we've been talking about exactly what, like, the areas where things could go wrong, and writing it out and having that conversation. Because I think the important thing is like having that conversation, right? And he's not married, I'm married. Like, we have to have real conversations. He's like, dude, what if you get a divorce and your wife or ex-wife at that time wants, like, everything needs to be drawn out,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm like, what if you end up getting married? Like, everything needs to be drawn out. So we started working on it. Now we're taking it to a lawyer and ironing it out. But originally it's just us having that conversation and figuring out what we're doing. Now when we go to the lawyer, I'm sure they're gonna be like, well, you missed this, and you need to add this and that.
So do you think that it's a correct approach to automatically assume ultimate success in the way that you're thinking about your long term, as in doing things correctly, asking yourself or your partner the correct questions that need to be taken to a lawyer? Or do you think that it's a correct approach to sort of take it as you go?
No, man, like, if you really see this as a business and see it as a legit thing that's gonna grow, which anything I do, I'm like, yo, it's gonna be legit. Like, my mind always goes to, like, when I got into real estate sales, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be the number one real estate agent. Like,
I had a fucking boy, man. Good. Yeah.
So, so when we're doing this, we're like, we're gonna have thousands of properties. We're gonna own thousands of properties. So, like, we need to start thinking about this stuff, not later. So people, because I tell a lot of people who invest in real estate who kind of do, because I know a lot of people who invest and do flips and stuff, but they fucking do a shitty job because they're not really tracking any, like, they just kind of do it and like, oh, how much money did I make? Like, we have been so diligent before we even bought this property. We have spreadsheets made. We've kind of gone like
Templates? Templates?
Yeah, like, where we put in numbers and it calculates everything for us, like legit shit where people are like, dude, you're kind of over, you're doing too much before you jump in. But we're like, no, like, we know we're going to be successful. We have to do all this stuff first.
Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about my father. I don't know if you've met him. My dad, he lives and dies by the phrase translated from, I'll say it in Armenian first. He says, "Asfaz vormadze." So he says God's dead.
Yeah.
Right? As in, like, you got time, like he's watching over, like, take it one step at a time type of thing. And subconsciously, that's how I operate. It's bad. I don't want to. I try to, like, stay proactive, but I stay proactive with things that I know very, very well. Like you keep the oven on for too long, something's bound to burn. Not, hey, you should probably establish yourself as an LLC, even though you don't have a single prospect.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So my dad, during the beginning of BAC, he kind of looked at me like, this is kind of a fucking waste of your time anyway. So try to take the least amount of cost possible. Like filing an LLC costs like $700. So just don't now, because you don't
It's not that
really have it.
expensive. Is it?
$579 as of yesterday.
I feel like it's more expensive over there, but all right, go ahead.
So I guess I took that approach because he was sort of right.
Yeah.
But now I guess I'm sort of finding out more and more as I go that I shouldn't be. For another example, right now I'm dealing with sort of partially the reason why I'm having so much anxiety is that I have to file quarterly taxes. So I thought it was bullshit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I got to pay every 3 months a lump sum of a projected amount. And it's not even the standard rate. It's 43% because you're self-employed.
Yep.
Right. And I'm talking to, now I have a CPA. I'd never thought those words would come out of my mouth. Let me talk to my accountant. Right. My accountant's my dad. Like if you hear me say, let me talk to my accountant, it usually means let me talk to my dad real quick and figure out what QuickBooks has to say about all this.
Yeah. Let me Google it real quick.
Yeah. So I was talking to my CPA and he goes, why? Like, I'm like, dude, I can't believe I got to pay every 3 months. He goes, why is that such a big deal to you? He goes, the average American pays weekly.
It's true.
And until he didn't say that, I was just like, this is fucking bullshit. I can't believe this shit. Why do I have to pay this much money and it's 43%. Like I got to hope for a return at the end of the year. But he goes, dude, every single American gets money taken out of their check every week. Why are you complaining? Just fucking save up. So after he said that, I looked into it.
Yeah, I never thought of it that way. But real quick before you go on, I wanted to end off the previous thing about getting into things, right? So the only reason why we're very diligent, and we'll hop back onto this tax thing because I have something interesting to say about it, because it just hit me when you said that. So why we're so diligent in getting everything done right now up front is because like my real estate sales, I didn't do it as much as I am now in this because, dude, we have a lot of money. And like right now we have a couple hundred, not our own personal money, but liability of a couple $100,000, so like we have to make sure like everything is, I'm not in the business of trying to like, oh, well, fuck it. We lost a couple $100,000.
Yeah, no.
So about taxes, bro, I never thought of it. It is like people pay weekly. And every time I get a paycheck, I take my taxes out, right? So like every time I make a sale, I take the taxes out. And I used to be like, this is fucking retarded. Why am I like, I'm putting this money and it's sitting in an account. Sometimes like 5, 6, 7 grand. And I look at it, I'm like, that's my money. Like I want to just spend it.
Yeah.
But it just sits there for 3 months because I have to wait till the end of the quarter to fucking pay it. So yeah, I never thought of it. Like it's fucking, people pay every week, and God forbid I have to pay once a month and actually pay it every 3 months.
So what I found out was 2 things. So you could actually not do that. You don't have to pay it quarterly based off of your current taxable income. You can pay 100% of the previous year's taxes owed, as in whatever you paid in taxes last year. You can pay 100% of that.
Okay.
And then when you file your taxes for that year, the following year, you just pay the difference. So I found that out, which was actually, it helped me out a lot. It like put my mind at ease a little bit.
Is that what you're going to do?
I don't know yet, because I got a tax planning session with my CPA after I get my LLC set up. No. Gregory Reed. Sounds like a CPA name, no?
Yeah.
Greg Reed.
Yeah.
So
you, Sacco, and your dad. All right, cool.
Yeah. So I found that out. Then I found out about a very, very cool app that you could use. Actually, coincidentally, the sponsor for tonight's episode called Track. Just kidding. They're not the sponsor for this, but the app's name is Track. So
What's that?
what it does is it connects with your bank account and you create rules, right? Like Stripe is my credit card processor. So every time it sees a deposit from Stripe, it recognizes this as income, as like sales income.
Yeah, yeah.
What it does is it takes out the taxable amount, it holds it in an FDIC insured account, and it'll pay the quarterly tax for you automatically at the end of the quarter. You never actually do the transferring, none of that. So I guess that kind of eases the pain.
That's not bad.
Yeah, but now I got this clusterfuck other mess. So absorb this for a second. One of the biggest tax deductions somebody like me could possibly take is a lease payment, is an auto lease payment. And right off the top of your taxes, you could take this auto lease payment deduction, and it's fucking miserable because my car is a financed car. And now my accountant's like very black and white, right? Like how an accountant should be.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, if you could just get rid of your car.
What the?
I'm like, what do you mean get rid of my car? He goes, you need to convert this into a lease. Can you just call like the finance company, see if you can work out something where you can lease it instead? I'm like, that's not how. No.
Like, buddy, that's my actually profession. I kind of like.
Yeah. I'm like, you can't do that. So now I need to get rid of my car. And I'm literally getting done buying a house. Nobody's going to want to fucking loan me money enough to get an M4 again on a lease, carrying over a shit ton of negative equity from a previous finance that I ended early. This is just a fucking mess, dude. A nightmare mess.
So, well, before I get into this, so if you really want to piss off your lender, call him, be like, hey, I'm actually going to switch my finance card to a lease. I'm going to go do that today. See how mad he gets and how fucking, because that'll fuck up your whole deal of getting the house right now.
Nah, I'm not even, dude, you know what I did by accident at like 3:00 in the morning because of this tax shit? Bro, I got so stressed out about having like a couple different checking accounts. I'm like, I'm going to open up just a completely new checking account, right? Completely new checking account. I'm going to have all the business stuff flow directly there. I'm going to clean up all the transactions, merge everything. I go start typing in my social security number on this bank thing on what's this new thing called that I signed up for? Anyway, long story short, I type all of it in. Yep, I want a checking account under the business. Here's my social. Here's my EIN. Press submit. As soon as I press submit, I'm like, motherfucker. I wasn't supposed to open up any accounts.
Yeah.
Even if it's a checking, he told me. He goes, do not open up anything. And bro, I was literally praying to God that I didn't get the inquiry alert on my Credit Karma or like my Credit Sesame telling me like a new inquiry has been added to your profile. Thank God they don't do any pull from TransUnion. They use like another service. But if you sign up for like a Citizens or like a Bank of America or something like that,
yeah,
they will put an inquiry on it.
So
I almost shit myself.
Yeah, I'm sure your realtor and lender would have been pissed. So right now you're figuring out this tax stuff. It's stressing you out. You're dealing with this car issue. You have to figure this thing out.
I have to get rid of my M4, bro. The guy's telling me I have to get rid of the M4.
Yeah, and then you're buying a house. So that's a lot to take in right now, and I could feel this. You're fucking stressed, but that's why, bro. Like, to be honest with you, when people are like, dude, why don't you do your own account? It's easy. Why don't you do your own PLC, dude? You know what? And this is why, because I don't like to be stressed, bro. I really like to just hand shit off, right? So my account, he did my PLLC for me. Okay. Yes, I could do it myself, people. Everybody relax. Okay. He did it for me. Okay. Every quarter, they email me, Shant, how much did you make? How much and then they go into my account, they take it and they pay my taxes. They have my QuickBooks set up where they know how much I'm spending. So at the end of the year, it's easy. So I pay for that for them to do that as well. Now, yes, can I do that? I can. I'm not that busy. I could do it, but I don't want to feel like how you're feeling right now. Because I could see it.
I didn't sign up for this shit, bro. Like, I wanted to provide a stress-free service for people to like buy cars, but now it's becoming a stressful situation because now I don't
have liability. You have a lot of liability now, bro.
A lot of liability, not even just on the tax end, bro. After these last few times of like cars getting fucked up, I didn't even tell you the story from last week with what happened. I did. Actually, no, I told you a little bit and then we got sidetracked. Do you remember from the beginning, the few like earliest episodes where I said my Toyota connection, first time, great. Second time, outstanding. Third time, they fucked it up completely.
Yeah.
Homie, the guy that I got the deal for was a repeat client. He goes in, signs paperwork, everything's fucking great. Him and his wife are supposed to go and pick up the car. I get a phone call. Ari, the valet, damaged the car leaving the inspection bay. I'm like, what do you mean by damaged? He goes, we may need to hold off for a week. I'm like, okay, we're not talking about a bumper right now.
A scratch.
We're talking about, I'm like, send me a picture. Homie, we're talking fucking the quarter panel has to be replaced on the car. I tell the customer's like, oh, yeah, that's no problem. And he goes, that shouldn't be an issue. I'm like, oh, I'm happy you understand, whatever. I'm like, it has to sit in the body shop. He goes, oh, no, that's not what I mean. What I mean is that since I haven't actually taken delivery, it's not a problem. They can just get me a new car. Tell them to cancel the whole deal, unregister the car, call my insurance company, basically just take it all apart, which is it's a nightmare to do. So we did it. A few days goes by and he's about to pick up the car. They call me again because the registry person, the person that was supposed to go and get the plates and come back, they couldn't get it done. So this guy's on his way. I call there. He's not picking up his phone. He left his phone at the office.
Okay.
Bro, I kid you not, man. I thought that like that was it. Today I'm going to get sued by this guy. Like, this is it. I'm done. Yeah. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it today. Thankfully, very last minute, the clerk that handles the registration stuff, she goes, don't worry about it. I'm just going to get it done on the computer. I'm going to get it manually processed. Don't even stress about it. I got what I needed from the registry person. They came back without the plates. That's okay. I'll manually process it. The guy gets there, right, with his wife. The wife tells him, by the way, honey, they're calling you from the office, right? Like they're trying to get in touch with you because they see a bunch of missed calls from the same person. Yeah. Missed call person is me. Like, don't go. Yeah. Gets on the phone with me. He goes, what's wrong? The car's outside. Like it's thing. I'm like, bro, I'm going to take the rest of the night off. Literally, bro, that night, I just didn't even come to the office, went home, put my head on the pillow and I did one of those where you're not even trying to fall asleep, but you just want to just die on the bed for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I realized I needed an LLC, dude. Not so much for this tax bullshit, man.
Yeah, I mean that too. That's very beneficial too. But so actually talking about that, dude, like this last week, dealing with 2 deals, bro. One of them, oh my God bless my clients, man. Everything that could go wrong is going wrong. The lender, the title, such a clusterfuck of just a mess.
Tell me,
And then
bro.
the deal I'm buying, the flip with my partner, like the guy's like, oh, we're supposed to close on Wednesday. We didn't close. He's like, yeah, if you don't close, we're just going to cancel, even though they can't. And then this other deal, like my clients are stressing. I feel their stress. And I usually don't, my deals usually go good. I don't feel too stressed. But this one, like I felt so bad for them. And I was just like, Betty was going to LA, right? This was Tuesday, like Wednesday morning. She's going to go like Wednesday during the day. So Wednesday, she's like, hey, like Wednesday, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go with you. I'm fucking out. I just want to get the fuck, like, how like you went home, put your head on the pillow and just said, I'm
Yeah.
done. I just said, I'm just coming with you. She's like, what? Like, I'm like, yeah. And just
like, take me with you. You're driving.
yeah. I'm just going to sleep while I drove. But yeah, it was just, bro.
It's not easy, Shant, bro. It's not easy, man. It's not like people like they think, oh, I'm gonna own my own business. It's gonna be sick. Yeah, if you fucking start it with an LLC and you have an accountant and somebody's telling you, buddy, I need the receipt from like March 2014, but it's not. It was never in the like the. This is how it's gonna be. This was not it. So right now is not. I never envisioned like I need to have a serious sit down and
with
create
an
a tax
accountant.
plan.
Yeah, have an actual account. So my accountant, when I first got with him, he's like, Shant, he's like, every time you do a business expense, right? It's a business expense. He's like, keep the receipt, write what the business account was. Like, was it a meeting with a client? Just write it on the receipt, keep the receipt. So I'm like, all right, bet. Done. Right? First week, getting receipts, fucking writing, right? Second week, receipts, getting
Where's
writing.
My pen?
Yeah, I'm taking my pen everywhere with me. Just like at the coffee shop, like, hey, hang on, write this meeting with the client.
214 right? Coffee bean.
Marketing appointment, month goes by. I'm just taking the receipts. I'm like, I'll write it later. Second month, taking the receipts. Third month, I'm like, fuck, man, this shit's
keep
annoying.
The receipt. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. And then I meet with the accountant at the end of the year. Well, whenever the tax season was, he's like, Shant, he's like, where's the receipts? I'm like, well, I have the first 2 months worth. He's like, Shant, he's like, you're not making enough money where it's a big deal. But he's like, I used to work for the IRS going after people. So I know what they look for. Keep your fucking receipts. I'm like, I'm probably not. So what's the other alternative? Like, do we have a backup plan? Because that's not going to happen.
Why don't you use that app, the QuickBooks?
Well, he's like, listen, get your business credit card, whatever you're going to do, use that. We'll hook up QuickBooks and I'll be able to do your expenses through that. I was like, okay, cool. That's fine. I'm not keeping receipts, bro. I'm like, I'm not going to do it.
QuickBooks lets you take pictures of the receipts.
Bro.
And it reckons.
We're in fucking 2019. Why do I have to keep paper receipts? Like, what is this? Everything's electronic.
You're telling me, bro? You're telling me this fucking sucks.
So what's
the game plan?
Yeah, what's the plan right now?
Oh, baby. I am the master. If I fuck up and I'm about to fix something, I'm about to fix it. You know how like you break a bone or you tear like a cartilage or something like that and it like heals, but like it super heals, so it'll never break on the same place. I'm about to fuck up. I'm literally gonna fuck these taxes and all that with 2 condoms. That's how I'm feeling. Here's the game plan, homeboy. I already got my LLC like thing going. It's getting.
What's your LLC name?
Boston Automotive Consulting LLC.
Okay.
So I'm getting that set up. I got QuickBooks set up. I have every single deposit income. I'm talking about YouTube. I'm talking about that referral service I use that I put on my website that I get checks from, the YouTube revenue, the referral service, the credit, the FICO credit score, referral money, fucking every little dollar that I get fed that's not a W-2 from Ani goes directly into one account. Every single expense gets deducted from that account, gets reconciled in QuickBooks. I'll keep receipts. I don't give a flying fuck. I'll take pictures of every single one. I already downloaded my QuickBooks. I already have it so that if I long hold on the icon, it'll let me take a picture of the receipt. So I'm good there. I might add it to my home screen. I'm not sure yet. I'm literally getting ready at this point to trade in my car for the same fucking car as a lease. That's how ready I am to resolve this. But I'm excited. I'm very, very excited in order to be able to write it off. I'm fired.
It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. Bro, nobody fucking like tells you this shit, bro. I was lucky where I had like a mentor like getting in and was like, fucking go hire an accountant right now. Like was told, right? But like, dude, if you're like real estate's a different because it's kind of like a community, right? Like you don't have like, how are you supposed to know this stuff, bro?
My dad told me don't do anything. Don't spend money on stupid shit is basically the what he said.
But you have to, bro. You have to because like God forbid something happened, dude. You have to do it.
We'll deal with it when the time comes. We'll hire a lawyer, not a CPA. I love my dad, man. I hope my dad's probably creeping on this. Bob, I love you, man, but I'm getting a CPA. Costs about like $750. Oh, something that they won't tell you. I'm telling you guys what it'll cost. It costs about $500 for a tax planning session. What he's going to develop the way that he wants to see everything coming in. So that when he does do your taxes, which usually costs another $500.
Yeah, it's more if you're in a business. They charge you more if you're a business.
Exactly, because they got to do two taxes, not just the businesses. They got to do yours. $500 to do your taxes. If you finesse them enough, they may take 50% off. That's what I did.
I got a good deal on mine.
I hope you did.
I negotiated. Listen to the last week's episode, guys. Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yes, 2 weeks ago. Can you negotiate a TV at Best Buy?
Yeah, that was a good episode. Go listen to that about negotiating. So you got that. And then do you pay quarterly for your guy? Because I pay quarterly for mine.
I am not going to have him file quarterly for me. I'm going to use that app track. I'm just going to have this shit automatically pulled. I don't even want to see the money. I don't even want it to be in an account. I just want it to be.
It's very tempting. Very tempting to spend because you're like, I'll just make it up.
I'll make it up during the tax return season. I'll get the check.
No, I'll have like $7,000 sitting in my account for like them to pay my quarterly, and it's sitting in my account. I'm like, it's so tempting to spend it, and I'm just, if I spend $4,000, I can make next check. I'll just put extra. It gets very dangerous. It's dangerous.
Like a credit card.
Yeah. It's a dangerous game.
No, I'm not doing any of that, bro. Thankfully, podcast is we got like a decent amount of money so that you can cover yourself, bare necessities, not even bare necessities at this point, but
I recommend that shit, man. Right off the bat, if you're starting a business, go get an accountant, like someone you know, and it's fucking, dude, it's helped me a lot, man. And hey, speaking of, should we do an LLC, Shant and Ari LLC?
For this podcast or for future ventures?
What if we get sued, bro? Because we're talking shit. You're talking about sex with no condoms and hookers, and we might get sued, bro. We might need an LLC right now.
See, it's a tough call because right now my natural instinct is when the time comes and shit pops off, we'll worry about it then.
Because we'll definitely be in the negative. It's like right now we're already in the negative with this podcast, equipment, monthly, all this good stuff. And then it's like LLC, we make $0 on this thing. We lose money monthly by having this.
Maybe we can write it off as a business expense.
You know what? Fuck. Let's do it. So, guys, we'll be starting the Shant and Ari podcast LLC coming soon.
This mic cost me, I'd say what, Shant? Maybe $180 setup, this whole thing?
Yeah.
Writing that off on my taxes because it's necessary. It's a marketing and advertising expense. Shant, conversation was super helpful in making me feel better about myself for the next couple of days until I get back on the phone with the accountant. Yep.
Isn't it cool to say I got to talk to my accountant?
I got to talk to my accountant, man.
I always thought it was cool. I thought it was always cool when people said, I got to talk to my accountant. I got to hit up my accountant. Now I'm like, I'm that guy.
Yeah. I'm kind of fired up that he's not Armenian either. Like, whoa, you got an Armenian accountant? No, actually, his name is Gregory Reed. And he's based out of a very white-sounding city, in case you were wondering.
My guy is Jerry Bordillo. Tax Geeks LLC.
Mine's called Smart Books. Tax Geeks, Smart Books, fucking spreadsheet nerds.
Hey man, they definitely. Sometimes my guy doesn't answer me, man. Like I'm the type where like I need fucking answer right now, this second. Like when I was like doing the lease, I'm at the dealership. I'm like, how much of this lease can I like get a thing that tax deductible? And he's not answering me. I'm like, fucking pick up your
fucking phone. Dickhead. I'm trying to see if I can buy a wheel and tire.
Yeah, but then I'm like, wait, the guy like works business hours, and like I'm like, all right, let me not fuck with this guy. But no, he's good. He's good. It's I definitely recommend anyone to like, don't do this shit. You're like, I understand people like, oh, I could do it myself on what's the TurboTax. You know what, man? Just like how you, Adi, I could go negotiate a car on my own, right? But it's good to have someone who you could trust, who could do the service and the ins and outs.
No, because these guys are motherfuckers. They don't give you advice for free. At least me, you can watch a fucking YouTube. I didn't think of that.
YouTube.
I wonder what the YouTube situation is on.
There's a lot of information out there, bro.
So my like new thing right now, like research mode, Adi, like what I'm trying to like find out about right now is, so because I'm going to be an LLC, it gives me the opportunity to build my business credit score so that like when I'm going to go and like sign a new lease on the car, finagle away how to lease out the car under the business and not personally guarantee it. So that if I go to buy a house, they're not using that expense, that liability factored into my debt to income. That's my new like hobby. I'll dive into business credit scores in a further maybe season 2, episode number 17. Maybe we'll do that. We'll mark that down.
Yeah, that's a future. Because like my other I have a rental property that's in an LLC, a different LLC. It's under Bizarre Properties. Betty's real name, so we used that LLC.
Did you just say Bizarre?
Yeah.
My mom's middle name is Bizarre.
Oh shit! Look at that.
Yeah.
Never knew that. It's sick. Huh.
Wow.
They should call each other
just for fun. That. Say hi, Bizarre. Hi, Bizarre, Tanti.
So that property's in an LLC. So what happens is, God forbid, not Aswad's, Pan Uzene.
Aswad Shane.
Aswad Shane, fucking, something happens. I get sued.
Aswad Shane, fucking.
Yeah, I get sued from my renters. They can't come after my actual like properties, my house, my
your
bank
estate.
Yeah, so they could only go after that house. So it protects. LLCs are great. Get with an accountant. Anybody out there? That's it. So that's That's all I have to
Try
say.
to date an accountant if you can.
Yes, that would be ideal. Or have
Yeah.
someone in your family get with an accountant.
Anyway. So yeah. Great episode, man. Good job, Shant.
Good job, guys.
Good job, everybody.
All right.
That was me. So yeah, Shant, we'll figure out the I guess for next episode how I'm making out, and we'll tie that into the continuation for next episode. I'm excited for episode number 13.
Yeah. Give you guys an update on my business partnership if we've broken up by then or not.
Hope you guys don't, man.
Nah.
You guys don't. Good night, Shant.
Good night, Adi.